my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in September? To full moon in September. I am your reader, fellow Earth sign, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch on Kindle. If you want to go check it out, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hello, my sea goats, my Capricornians. I love my Saturn-born ones. Well, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever you've got it. Slow and steady wins the race. The cardinal Earth signs, gotta love them. Let's get down to business. If you are new to my channel, a 5-card draw or 7 or 8 depends on the reading, but this one is a 5-card draw. 1 card from 5 different decks. This time we're doing 4 oracles, 1 healing system to get you clues, tips, and hints about a specific timeline. As mentioned, this new moon to full moon, a 2-week period in September. We are looking at the new moon in Virgo on Monday, September 6th. That's a new moon on Monday. May it be stuck in your head all weekend. It goes new at 8:52 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, there's something else about September 6th. Oh yeah, it's my birthday. My birthday's on a new moon. So excited in Virgo. I'm going to be 53. Yeah, I know I don't look it. Thanks. So, but we have to get through the dark moon weekend, right? The 3 days before new moon is dark moon. It's the breaking down before the rebirth, however you want to see that. So you might want to check your full moon to new moon reads that I did a couple of weeks ago. That being said, we are looking at the waxing this time. The growing, you plant the seed, it grows from new to full. But the full moon's a little tricky. It starts off in Pisces, waxing right up until the very last second, right before it goes full. When it goes full, it goes void, of course. So we're not technically getting a full moon in Pisces. If you were to ask an astrologer about that, just the math doesn't line up. So if you want to work the waxing side, you know, to the full moon in Pisces, water magic, you might want to do that the night before, or even actually during the day, because it goes void, of course, on Monday, the 20th of September, 7:55 p.m. So you have that day, right, if you want to do something. Otherwise, it does go void, of course, at that point, and then goes into Aries at 11:13 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. I guess that's the data that you need to look at the timeline itself. These 5 decks will also be representing the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, spirit, to help you clarify your intention work, to cast for something, to intend for something at new moon, and to sustain and help it grow and build to manifestation at full. Sort of the idea of this. One of my clients called it a spell kit. I'm like, yes, that is what it is. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, right? Because you might get more information about what we're about to look at, or about something else you need to wax this new to full. And if you'd like to book me for a private reading, there is a video called Booking a Reading with Mal, explaining the process, explaining what happens before, during, and after for the client as well as for me. And if you want to check out my book, Words of Grace, go preview it on Kindle. I dedicate it to my mom. Yeah, I miss her. I just spoke to her today, by the way, before I started recording. And just to clarify a story that I was told growing up, that when my mother was pregnant with me, she went to a Labor Day party, right? This is Labor Day weekend here in the United States on September 6th, Monday, the new moon on Monday. So it was 53 years ago. She was at a block party kind of deal, barbecue, whatever. They went home. My parents went home. She got antsy. She was uncomfortable, so she took a tranquilizer. That's the word. That's the word they gave me. A tranquilizer, and immediately went into labor. I love that story. This is so much about me at Pisces moon. She said, but you were not a tranquil baby. You wouldn't wear clothing that you didn't want to wear. I'm like, and to this day, mother told her she should have waited another couple of hours. I wouldn't have been Leo rising, but what are you going to do? So it was great talking to her today. So I'm in a good mood. Let's see what we can get you. Clues, tips, and hints for you this new to full in September. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box with links if you would care to purchase. I don't get any cut from that, but if you want to look into them, particularly this first deck, and let's do this. Your element of fire will be represented by the magical spell cards. By who? Who made the magical spell cards? Say it with me, my malcontents. Lucy Cavendish. Ah, she's so good at what she does. Element of fire, what you want, what you desire. Let's ask the ancestors for a little spell fragment for you. Please take a nice deep breath. There's a different energy from where I was 10 seconds ago. Here we go. I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the magical spell card to help them focus and refine their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart desires this new moon to full in September? Energy! Energy! Now, someone else did get this one, I'm pretty damn sure. Libra got this, so, you know, if you haven't checked that sign yet, if it is one of your placements, and you might want to look at some of the Libras in your life, Sun, Moon, Rising as well. A light inside my fire divine. We'll talk about that in a minute. Energy, fill me, make me shine. This is about being radiant. This is about your will and your desire, your element of fire. You literally got the word fire in your fire position, as I said in that Libra read. This is about having your energy not just raise in vibration, but you literally making yourself shine, allowing your light, your truth, your divinity out into the world in some way, shape, or form. Energy. Energy. Sorry, I've been overdosing on Trixie and Katya. I'm sorry, not sorry. So that's a lot of energy there, my cap. So let's look at your element, the element of earth here with the crystal oracle. Whether you have the stone that's indicated, great, use it. If you don't have the stone and you want to go out and get it, great. You do you. If you don't want to get the stone, take what's written in the book. I'm going to read from the bookie book on this one, and this is an amazing oracle. I dig it a lot. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north, the powers of earth, hence the element of earth with the crystal oracle, please, my beloved Lioness of God, one card in clarity for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading. What's their element of earth to fuel that element of fire, of energy, right? To burn bright, it takes fuel, like wood, like coal, like something, that element of earth, as well as to ground it and bring it into physical form. So what would the perfect crystal oracle be for my beloved Capricorns, this new to full rhodonite? Not hard to find, not as easy as any of the quartzes, you know, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine, clear quartz. Rhodonite, very much a loving stone. How I use it, I think I have like a bead of it somewhere. It's not one that I work with on the regular. And not to be confused with the rhodochrosite, which is sort of that creamy pinkish and white. This is creamy pinkish and black. Obviously, they are related. Rhodonite, R-H-O-D-O-N-I-T-E. Achievement, potential, emotional balance, and an open heart. I knew it had that heart vibe to it. So achievement, potential, emotional balance, and an open heart. And the heart chakra in the Kabbalistic tree of life aligns with Tiferet in the center pillar, the center channel, which means harmony and balance. So to keep your heart open will also create emotional balance, but it has to be open in a healthy way. You are well on the way to achieving your heart's desire. Now, your heart's desire here, we're looking at your element of fire, a light inside my fire divine, right? So that's your true spark. That's the truth of who you are, your authenticity, your divine nature that existed way before this planet ever was created. Eternal being, right? energy, fill me, make me shine, well, then you're totally capable of doing this. So trust and keep an open heart and mind. Life is always full of potential, and you are always on the right track. So do not be discouraged by the recent setbacks you may have experienced. Oh, gee, I don't know, like everybody else on planet Earth. It's a good thing you're ruled by Saturn, right? Slow and steady wins the race. You understand the importance of healthy boundaries. Keep quietly focused on all that you wish to create and achieve. Enjoy the journey and keep a loving attitude. Like, enjoy the journey, right? Like the mountain goat, right? It doesn't run up the mountain, right? It takes its time. It takes it in. I love Capricorns. I said I would marry a Capricorn, depending on if there's any Gemini in their chart. That's a deal breaker. Have patience and faith, and the universe will help you manifest your dreams. All right, so this is very Capricorn. Patient, keep your eye on the goal, 1 footstep at a time, slow and steady wins the race. But to do that with an open heart and let your light shine. In other words, you do not have to like get up on stage and scream your brains out, unless of course that's your gig. Like that star power, that shining, that energy radiating from you. But think of it radiating from a calm, balanced, loving, open, peaceful heart, right? As you, 1 step at a time, achieve this goal and the next, one step as you go. Loving it for you. Lovely, 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 lovely. Let's look at your element of air. Healing with the Angels Oracle, because fire needs air. Like your desires, everybody needs to think about, right? It's the quality of the thought, however that feeds the fire, right? It's like you just don't want to fart on the fire. Take a nice deep breath. Yeah, definite shift of vibe as I call upon the angels and archangels of the north, powers of earth in the sign of Capricorn, the Arielites, the Urielites, the Aureolites, please. 1 card in clarity. Who are the healing angels the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs most need to contact, work with, think about, meditate on, pray about? No kickers today, please. We'll take the cards you leave in my hand. So particularly with this energy, right? How much does the mind affect that very desire to, because it takes authenticity and truth is an air element, right? With that road night, that it's okay for them to have ambitions, and there's so much potential and so much they want to do, but to do it with an open mind, open heart, they can do this in an emotionally balanced way. So who are the healing angels to help them with this? Just waiting, but the call has to come from the Capricorn, this new to full. Why do we do it? Power. Oh, he's power. Now look, energy and power. I don't know about you, but like every like power utility, like electric company or whatever, it's usually like blah 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 blah, something in power, right? Even so, energy and power. Like, what's our energy, protocols, politics, with everything going on planet Earth? So this is important. This is about you really healing your relationship to your power, and I'm going to say the power of love. Now, I know that's very hippy-dippy. I was never really a hippie. I'm a witch. There's a difference. Not every witch is a hippie. Trust me, I'm from New York. This heart-centeredness, this slow and steady wins the race, this understanding that you will achieve what you came to do in this life, but it does have to do with your divinity. Now, we're all divine beings at core, but there are layers of conditioning and programming and past life, this, and, lessons we came in to learn, not to mention the planetary activation and the spiritual awakening going on planet Earth, however you want to frame that. There's a lot going on. So with all of that seeming chaos, because chaos is divine order in disguise, to just like, okay, well, I'm going to keep my heart open. I'm going to keep my mind as clear as I can, not so open that anything can fall into it, but 1 step at a time, achieve my goals. There is potential here, and you have the power to do it. It's just, well, if you experienced abuse of power growing up, or done it yourself. Who doesn't? You got to learn how to abuse power before you find the right use of power. Then our relationship with power can be tricky because there's so many different forms. But I think what we're getting here with this is it's spiritual power, mystical power perhaps, but that makes it eternal power and a part of who you are, not something that you have or don't have. Yeah, let that one sink in. Since we've got a nice heart card here, element of water, the emotions, let's ask your higher self what your whisper of love is. Breathe. Oh, great deck of party turntingness as I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Please, one card for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, wanting energy in their element of fire to do it with that rhodonite vibe, their open-heartedness, patience, right? They will get there. Emotional balance, the potentials are there, their ambitions are fine. With the healing angels of power, really helping them think about their use of power and what power is differently in a healthier way. There's always a higher truth. With these healing angels, there's always a higher way to see it. As high as we think the ultimate truth is, there's a higher truth even to that. So what is their element of water? The energy and motion of emotion to fuel this intention, this spell, this their heart's desire, this new moon to full in September 2021. Ready? Slow down. Tip me for my birthday, Venmo, PayPal, links in the description box. Oh my goodness, slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. That we think of power as being so yang, so fire force, so masculine, just out there, work, do it. The earth signs are feminine. Earth and water are feminine, fire and earth are masculine. Think more energy dynamic than body part, please. So this is the restive. This is the generative. This is the regenerative. It's just as much of a power as anything else. I mean, you have magnetism. Electro is the masculine yang, magnetism the feminine yin, right? To draw to you. Now, because with this card of energy, now you've got energy and power, and slow it down. This is something that is more, they're giving me the word here, like ambient, right? It's sort of you putting out the vibe that way instead of like that way. Does that make sense? You can't see my hands. More like that way instead of that way. A calm power, a patient power, a consistent, stable, creative earth power. Digging this for you. So, slow down. To love yourself. You take the time to smell your own damn roses, right? That you cultivated yourself, literally or symbolically. Maybe both. Let's get you the healing mantra card here. Your element of spirit to charge the spell, if you like, right? The energy, the power. It's on the table already. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's ask the Ascended Masters. Please, breathe. Yeah, I have no idea what this is about. It's a very general read. Right? It's talking about energy and power. Incredibly similar, but doesn't say what kind. I thought if it was going to be a romantic thing, we would have seen it in the element of water there. What we got is that open-heartedness and some the divine light within them shining out. That's what they want. They want to wax that. So my beloved Ascended Masters, I'm going to say General Assembly. Please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. It's a perfect healing mantra for them to cast for this energy, a light inside their fire divine energy, fill them, make them shine. With that rhodonite vibe, the open-heartedness, that centeredness, that patience, that the potential that they have is huge, and with the healing angels of power to help them see the potential power that they actually have here by slowing down. What's the perfect healing mantra for them? To help them charge this and manifest this into their lives, this light within them that the planet needs more than ever. This new to full. September 2021. Rewiring your nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, the definition of trauma, has varied over the decades, as I have noticed. Originally, trauma meant a wound that could not be healed. It does not mean that anymore, apparently, because people are doing trauma healing, right? Post-traumatic stress disorder, right? PTSD, there's EFT, there's, so it's a healing journey for all of us. But if there was a trauma to your sense of power, usually by being abused or neglected, that's how that works. Abuse, neglect, codependence, and loss are the 4 ego wounds, but are necessary processes for the soul to awaken here in physical form. I'm going to read it from the bookie book for sure, but I think the key here is really rewiring the nervous system. Now, it's not that I'm a brain scientist, but I do understand that the way the neural pathways in the brain work, the more that a system is fired, right, the little synapses, the more that they fire, the more that they wire together. And that's why, like, positive thinking, yes, absolutely has an effect. But without the emotional impulse, it doesn't really release into the body the body's biochemicals that match the emotion, endorphin, cortisol, on and on and on, right? So the rewiring of the nervous system here, I think, is why it's slow and steady wins the race, and why you're going to need time to rest, slow down, and integrate. Because you have this potential, you have all this power, this energy. So think of the rewiring. Although this works really well with the idea of energy and light. So if there's a short circuit, right, you want to repair that. You don't know how to repair that yourself directly. The divine does. The light itself will do that. But in order to do that, you got to open the heart. Love is divine power. That's the sacred truth of the heart chakra. This stuff is in my book, Words of Grace, as well as in the work of Carolyn Mace, who really saved my life through her work over the decades. So that you are actually doing something physiological here with rewiring the nervous system, with the strength that comes from you surviving your traumas. And that's one way to absolutely love yourself, is to take a little rest and go, you know what? We have lived through so much. I mean, look at what we've all lived through. For those of us who are still here on the planet, look at what we've lived through so far this past year and 7 months, 8 months. Just worth slowing down and taking a look at that, and to keep your heart open, which means feel what you feel no matter what it is. Just don't necessarily act on it. What a wonderful thing to do over a 2-week period. Rewiring the nervous system, I find strength in surviving my traumas. When the nervous system is rewired, you're no longer trapped in the memories of your body, your cellular memories, the biochemical, unfinished emotional baggage, right? That's exactly what this is. You are the courageous hero or heroine of your present reality, honoring every moment of hardship as the means through which your infinite strength and greatest depth of character is revealed. In other words, it's not much of a hero's journey without demons and dragons, right? Without pitfalls. Just had a video game flashback from the 80s, right? Without sand traps, without villains along the way, and of course companion heroes that come along as well. I mean, this is very Capricorn, right? Seeing the hardships, the hard lessons, the hard knocks is absolutely essential for the refinement of what? Your power. As you rewire your nervous system, you're no longer responding to life from the vantage point of your painful past, but instead are open to each encounter being more miraculous than the moment before. This is about seeing that nothing in this world happens to us. It happens for us, but for the soul, the truth of who we are. The personality may or may not dig it. The ego is always going to resist it, but the soul is stronger. And that's why the spiritual awakening process, as much as many of us want to like put the pedal to the metal and just vibe high all the time, there can be some emotional bypassing there, right? Which is not the healthiest thing, which is just a fancy form of emotional suppression. This is your opportunity to really acknowledge all that you've been through and say, you know what, for this new moon, I am going to let my light shine, the truth in me shine, that I couldn't be this bright unless I went through what I went through. This is very, very, very powerful. This mantra is ideal for relieving guilt, releasing shame. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Yeah, sorry. They're rewiring the nervous system and rewriting the subconscious. They're a little close. This mantra is ideal for adjusting to life after loss, healing heartbreak, and becoming more optimistic, which it feels like that is the goal of the full moon and of this. Let me put it together for you in a little prayersy blessing thing. Because my heart feels for Capricorns. I told you I would marry a Capricorn. I could. Slow and steady wins the race. I like that, you know. Very, very, well, I like the mountains and the beach. Capricorn's the mountains, Virgo's the beach. Breathe. Yeah, and I don't know if I want to use the word special, but a true blessing as I call upon my collective pantheons of the divine. Please, may the Capricorn collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, be blessed with all that they need. This new moon to full moon, September 2021, that they may rewire their nervous systems, finding strength in surviving their traumas by slowing down, because when they get excited, they get ahead of themselves, and they need to take some time to allow things to unfold, even in the rewiring of their own nervous system, as they work with and call upon the healing angels of power, that they may think about the power that they have gained as a result of the traumas that they have survived, and the healing and the alchemy that has gone on levels they may not wholly be aware of, but certainly the potential is there. May they embrace this potential that they have to manifest their heart's desires, what it is that they really came in to do in this life, with emotional balance, with that open-heartedness, and a more clear and open mind, particularly in terms of definition of power, so that they can really plant the seed of this spell, this intention for energy, and have it fully manifest by full moon. A light inside them, fire divine, energy, fill them, make them shine, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. God, I love you, my Capricorns. I really do. Seriously, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this. And certainly if you want a private reading, you know how to do it. Watch the video, Booking a Reading with Mel. You want to read my book, Words of Grace? It's easy enough to do. $9.99. There's a nice birthday present. If you want to give me one, go buy my book. Go buy it on Kindle. You don't even need Kindle. You get a free Kindle app now. I didn't even know that until the book came out. And certainly, you know, take your time with this. Slow down, smell the roses, and look over your shoulder and bless what you have been through. And by the way, you don't have to like something in order to bless it. Just saying, there's a power right there for you that a piece of road and I might help with. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of my beloved Saturnian sea goats, this new moon to full moon in September 2021. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.